Welcome to the next scenario for AO Redone modded Panzer Corps 2 1943. We are to proceed in this direction. There are, I think, 6 major victory hexes, or actually that's secondary objective hexes. We're going to find out shortly once we can see the whole map. We need to proceed some AA line. Unfortunately, I've almost halved my AA contingent. I had to remove one from the field for reasons I'll shortly explain as well. So let's see what happened here. We're going to take an outstanding officer. Where are we, actually? I'm not sure. I placed these units... first things first. The map is such that we have only airfields here, and there's a secondary objective here. We need 6 secondary objectives and 11 primary objectives. The map is medium-sized to large. Relative to the base campaign, it's large. Relative to the AO Redone, it's just medium-large. We need, well, essentially the whole battlefield, really. The whole map needs to be explored and conquered. These secondary objective hexes. We need to get here. We need to make sure that we get it done in a timely manner. I don't want to send any sort of reinforcements to this area because, well, they wouldn't make it in time. They could, perhaps, but... So I'm sending about half of what I can on my ground forces here over in this direction, with infantry killers that ignore entrenchment, as well as the ignore entrenchment tank hero, Japanese tank hero with a rapid fire in the Tiger 1. I sent the armor killer Panther A. I upgraded the Panther D to an A. It's now in production. I sent... I consolidated some of these heroes, the ×2 rapid fire and lethal attack. I had just the rapid fire and the lethal on another one of these SU-6s, which I shuttered because I didn't want to run the SU-6 without any sort of augmentation, lethal or ×2 rapid fire, because the enemy might get it in its head that that they could just go and attack via the air, especially it. Is right here. I mean, it's a potent unit, but what says that they shouldn't attack it? I don't know. 22 air attack. They do often suicidal attacks, so they could run it out of ammunition. It only has 4. And then do some damage to it and or the units surrounding it. I would get to thinking that maybe it was valid anti-air, which it is, but it's not really all that good. Perhaps it could be more of a hindrance or a down than a plus. So I left it at home for no other reason than I don't want to lose it, because it's not highly augmented. This, on the other hand, is highly augmented, even more so than it had previously been. This ×2 rapid fire and lethal, and first strike. So they'll probably won't get any ideas about engaging it via the ground or via the air. And this unit group here, so long as I stay within the 2 hexes, should be relatively immune from Soviet air. As the further they get away from these airstrips, the more they'll be able to be just addressed and mercilessly bombed from these various airfields here. So we don't want any of that, as these units are pricey, and then I'll have to wait and repair, etc. et al. These units do have some air cover, so I'm not overly concerned, but I have this unit irrespective. I put the hit and run. It can turn to an anti-tank and attack, or, which would probably be a bad idea, but I have the hit and run, so I put it on there. So he would be idle, doing nothing, the hit and run hero, so I put it there. The bombers are here. This camouflage fighter here. I'm thinking that maybe I can take this exterminator or shock tactics off. Maybe, maybe the exterminator off. Well, we'll take both off for now. What I need, I think I'm gonna buy another crippling blow hero to make a long story short for 30k. I have the prestige, and why not do it? We can put the crippling blow on the camouflage. I think it'll pair up well. And the problem would be that actually destroying the units sometimes can be bad, as more will come. If you fill up a space, like if a unit were to attack this bomber from this hex and be left with, say, 1 or 2 or 3 or however many strength points, another unit could come here, and then if it were left, they couldn't send more units to these hexes because there are damaged units there. So then they could go here, and then at some point they can't send any more units because they're all damaged, taking up the space. But if you destroy them outright, they can just send one after another, after another, after another, after another, and it can actually be a negative. But with that having been said, I'm going to take the hero anyway. Let's deduct the 30k and take the hero. There we go. So we've done it. I'm going to place that crippling blow hero right there. Like so. I could spend the rest of the game fishing in the tier 2 or a mediocre hero bin and never get a crippling blow. And I would also have quite a few other mediocre heroes that I would have little to no use for as well. So there's that. He won't have shock tactics any longer. I don't really use that so much. So we have 120 of 120. All of the heroes that can be placed, I think, are. Let's see if there are any sort of random ones. And essentially those are... We have a lightning attack hero that's not in play here. Plop the lightning attack hero on this double attack lethal bomber. And that is that. So we have heavy infantryman here, 70, and the bunker. We can't make it to the bunker, but I'm pretty sure we can make it to that heavy infantryman. I see. Well, there we have a nice cluster of various units. And we happen to also have a heavy bomber. We can put our camoed fighter here and not take any incidental fire from this SU-2. So we'll go, say, right there. We can bombard you. I see. So we have as yet begun to address this issue here. Let's send this lightning attack man out this way so that doesn't happen again. Let's see about finishing that unit. And then we'll destroy this unit here as well. Then we'll surrender that. Entrenchment can't be ignored. Heavy infantryman. We could go forward here. Let's see how many moves you have left. A bunch. So we can go forward there and attack this unit. Can merge back up. We can take 14 points right there. 14 points right there. Head right out here. Put 3 points into you because, well, because we can. Light this area up. mobile anti-air, and then a Spag. 122, we'd want to capture that. How far can you get? We want to move him as far forward as possible. And we can get right here, flame this guy out. Uh-oh. We're stuck there now? Well, the good news is there don't seem to be any infantry about. But it is true that we're stuck there unless we get another unit, which would sort of add, compound the problem perhaps. If we step forward here, what happens? Well, who cares what happens, really, I guess would be the point. It's irrelevant. We'll go right here. Boy, oh boy. If we go forward, and there are well, we're going to find out if there are any infantry about. There are not. And you can, unfortunately, forced march here to this airfield, which means that he could attack our our recon car if we move it forward. Which means what exactly? Which means that we would want to be in artillery mode, which would make these units brutally effective against our infantrymen, or our recon car, which I have really no choice other than to put right here, unless we leave this tank to fend for itself. The problem is these guys will begin to bombard our tank, give it all sorts of suppression, and then they'll engage it, leaving it much more beaten and battered than I would bet would be possible. It's vigilant. Why? If I'd only... It's vigilant. I need to get that in my head, that this thing is vigilant and can proceed into these hexes. I'm going to paint it to sort of greenish. This sort of the darker colors generally I reserve for hard target killing, and the greenish sort of vigilance. So that'll hopefully cue me in going forward. That's actionable. But back to the point at hand. What happens? What happens here? Let's go forward. Let's not worry about this conscript. Let's go move the camouflaged 122 in anti-tank mode forward, which means these guys, well, I think both these units survive, but I think they're going to take some damage. This unit here is going to be protected by the Jag Tiger. Let's see here. As for any of these other units, perhaps not so much so, but will at least be under the aura of this Su-6. Let's go right there. We'll not do that. That's an anti-air. We don't need to protect it. What we can do is close this camouflage trap and go forward here perhaps as well. Alright, so on to this front. We have a singular recon vehicle here. with the +2 movement and the vigilant characteristic. So we can go 2-9. Well, that sounds quite reasonable, right? Zod and 11. In theory, we'd want maybe well, if we go we'll go here. Then we can move our grenadier here. Our pioneer. Let's see. Our vigilant anti-tank man can put here. Yes, and then you can go. Let's get right here. I've already broken my own rule, but these guys want to bomb these guys in the close like that. The grenadier unit's going to take some fire. Everyone else, in theory, won't. So we'll go there. And here as well. And that's going to do it for that next turn. They've rebased up here, it would seem. Two and 6. One. So now they know about our camo trap, unfortunately. Or maybe they don't. Who knows? Oh. Who are you? IS-2 with probably lightning attack, it must be. They left the conscript at home. We survived the ordeal. Good for us. At least in theory. IS-2. Lightning attack and aggressive counterattack. I would wager that we could probably overrun that IS-2 with our glorious jagged. We're close, we're close. How can we make it a fact that we overrun the IS-2 with our consolidated Jag Tiger? All we need to do is bomb this IS-1. So let's split here. I think we can surrenderize the Spag unit and save a round. There's nothing about no surrender. There's not. So we'll go like that. That leaves that 12 points now, I see. We can then repair, remerge, get back up to 13. Okay, so that's more like it. Let's see, we want to... We can go here and do what and why. We can take this base and then rebase there for us and then attack any of these planes. So why should I do that right now? I shouldn't. Our Jag Tiger was going to head over here and destroy this bunker. Instead, I think... let's see. There's no way to... Let's leave this be for a minute and see what goes on over here. I was just thinking of this unit. Would have been nice to surrender that IS-1. I think we probably could have done it with this 19 heart attack. Well, what's the thing's defense? 27. Yeah, we probably would have done an errant point to it, which would have eliminated the problem. Yeah. There's no helping these units really with air, as it's just way too far out there. So we'll just leave those guys until the end, as there's nothing really that can be done. We have the ability to surrender a number of units, and a number of IS-122 comes to mind. So let's go here with our vigilant tank hero. We can go down here for 3 points. 3 points, I could split, but then we'd be sort of wonky-fied with movement. But, well, why not do it? We're losing some movement points, but we're gaining more prestige and 122 parts. We don't really need them, though. So we then can remerge or not. It's still 13 points. Okay, so let's roll around this IS-1. Can do a 5 and 1. This is the problem. So, can you make it to that? Surely he can make it. And we can remerge here. Like so. 13 points still. We'll go here. Who's going to end up on the airfield? I think it probably would be the... I don't know, really. How about now? 13 points still. Who ends up on this airfield? Why not our anti-air unit? It sounds as reasonable as any. Really, these units here, probably they're not going to make it across the swampy river. So why not put you there? As I think that airfield will be our central core. And we can attack various units as needed. So we can go like this. And then destroy this unit specifically, which is what's stopping our attack via the air on this IS-1. So now we can go down and do a couple of pips. I should have sent the camouflage here to destroy, and then we could have, oh well, attacked this IS-1 and eliminated this Tupolev plane as well. Or, that's overkill. I need to do something which would be, let's go here. Now wait a minute here, that's a bad idea as well, because our strat bombers, I guess it's the Redone unit, and we can't repair. This thing is a major pain. I have half a mind to attack it with an armored unit. Really, it needs to be just so. We need to do a point of damage. If I send my strat bombers out without air cover, I'm screwed essentially. And I wouldn't mind, aka would very much like to bomb any of these units here via the air. If I send my camoed fighter here to do some damage, what do I get? Nothing. I get nothing. Except 2 points on this IS-1 and the ability to essentially overrun it. Why do I care about overrunning it? Is the question. That's the question. And I'm increasingly prone that I could give much of a damn about it. Let's put it to him here. And now we can proceed down in this direction here with our camouflaged fighter and strat bomb some of this lot. Let's repair you. We'll strat bomb either of these and hopefully overrun them as well. Let's go right here. Overrun both of those units. So we have 3 moves left, it would seem, or 2 moves on not a road, which means we'll be stuck out here with no rounds. So we would really want to be adjacent to our Jag Tiger. Question is where? I don't know. We have another attack. Let's see, P40 and Yak 3, Yak 7. The Yak 7 looks most dangerous in the air. We'll do that. You can saw through a round here, down this plane completely. Couldn't repair irrespective of any. So we can go here, put 12 points there, and then repair. So we still have an attack value and haven't moved. We can go here, there. These units are going to down our strat bomber because we were interested in repairing instead of playing defensively. It's possible. Zot 7. We have 0 support right here. Luckily we can go right here and get you forward, say right here, and pull our no, we'll go here in the close with our vigilant tank. We'll go here, and we have 3 rounds. We'll go right here as well. We'll get right here. That we could go here as well, establishing a zone of control that will be challenging to get through to access our Jag Tiger, or 122 there. That looks to be the size of it for this slot here. Let's see what we do over here. We have our singular recon vehicle. First things first, how far can you go here? So let's move as far forward as possible, and then we will arrange our formation around this anti-air unit as specified earlier. So we can go here for support, assuming that we can get units in front of this unit for... We can, generally. Go there. There's no support here, unfortunately. There's none here either, other than I see. I keep forgetting about... Let's not do that. We have an anti-tank here, and then we can rally around it as well. I even painted it neon green, and I still forgot about it, essentially. So we move our infantry here adjacent to the river, or we we can go in the close like so, which is what I'm gonna do. And we're going up over this way to go to this hex. So we'll go right there. And if something wants to come screaming down here, it'll have to be a recon car to get at our anti-air. It'll deal with the Tiger support and this support as well. So why should I argue with I shouldn't? Other than that'll get us closer. You could go here as well. We'll go here. We'll go right there. We're going to take some damage now. That seems to be the way of it. There's nothing can be done now, so next turn. It's a recon car. They've discovered our trap. They just bombed the piss out of us because we have overextended. But they've exposed themselves. Wasn't bad, I suppose. We're about to become encircled if we do not immediately withdraw. Who are you? SU-6. That's what we're after. Let's see what can be done here. We can split right like that. Grab some replacement parts, much needed, I might add. Let's see, we can overrun you. Overrun you. I think we're generally happy right here. And we had a bit of a work stop. We'll repair there. What's your story? Cheap replacements, learns from mistakes, hit and run. Do we need to repair? I don't know. Let's not do that right now. We'll repair at the end of the turn. So I couldn't repair this unit if I wanted to. Apparently we got some more Jag Tiger parts. We did. It's good for us. But he has field repairs and can carry on as long as he has an attack at the end of the turn. He will heal up completely. Unfortunately, this recon car is in a bad way, or we could auto surrender this 76M as well. I was thinking that we could be generally happy with this situation as it exists at present. If we fully heal here, what happens? +7 only. We still won't be at full strength. We could at least think on... We don't get anything. Let's move back here and repair fully. We can move up here. Why should I? Why should I do that? We can go here and overrun you. And go here and overrun you. It would seem as though... How can you get back? He can. He can get quite some ways. If we go here... what happens? Really nothing. These guys will be under our air cover. This unit gets back here. And I think that's a reasonable outcome. We can go, we can then, if we can take this hex here, we can put our camoed fighter there, and then what? Nothing, because these units will still be there. Okay. What we want to do is get our camoed fighter out, bombarding something. Something other than, and then we want our other strat bombers to engage in the same sort of activity around the camoed fighter. The question is, where is the enemy? How many enemies are here? Do we care about destroying them? I don't know. Apparently we do. They're just laying in wait for us to step to that area there. KV-85, 43, 85, various sorts there as well. I'm glad I went over there. So we can go with our camouflaged fighter over here and drop the bomb on this unit here. Obliterate KV-85, we can go like that. Roll up here. Finish this KV-85 off from the air. Put some points into this unit as well. So close that off. Completely surrounding our camouflage unit. We could drop the bomb here, but then we'd lose one attack via the air. Don't want to do it. So we can move these units forward here as well. And get a bit forward here as well. That leaves you. That does leave him all right. I was worried about becoming encircled. Apparently I'm not really all that worried about it, it would seem. How about you? 9 points. 6 points. Okay, so we have no more reconnaissance. We have no idea what's here. We want to heal these units there as well. You have an attack. Can you make it there as well? You can. So if we go like that, all we need to do is end the turn with an attack. You have 4 points. We can go like that. What happens now? What's your story? 3 suppression, 8. We need 4. We're not even close. Which means we can move back here and boom. Get back right here. We'll repair a field repairs after the turn, and we'll heal these units as well. We'll go right here. And get here as well. You can make it here. You can go there. You here. And you there. That leaves this lot here. Looks as though that tank retreated. And we have an Su-76 mobile artillery gun. Not particularly good at what it does, but it's on a river. We have a lightning attack, fast moving tank. That irrespective of what happens, we'll get that 14 points, and this unit will go. which opens up this field here for us. The question is, how far can you go? A long way. And again, we want to arrange our formation around this highly augmented Su-6. So we'll scout that. Looks as though we found that missing tank. Roll up here and put it to him. We have a Pioneer unit. We cannot... Let's... So we have this unit. Can go quite some ways, say here. And then you can go here. And our Pioneer unit can attack here, but he'll have to take this spot. Which means you will end up either here or here. Which means we would want our Vigilant support tank right here. And then we would want you here. And our Pioneer right here to dispatch that unit as such. Now we have a U, our Vigilant tank hero. We do not want to break this group up, although we really don't have the ability. Well, let's see. If we go here, we could send our fast-moving Panther A up to this area and hope that there's nothing there, while the rest of the group sort of crosses this tough terrain toward this area, able to support the Panther A in its endeavor here should a crisis arise and there's like a massive armored column here. Or we could mull about here and wait. I'm thinking that we'll go and support the Panther A just in case there's a massive armored column here. And then we'll lumber across this tough terrain and address this issue from the north, as opposed to this road, which is the easy way. So that's what we'll do, meaning we can send our anti-tank there. We can get in front of it. We can send our... And then you end up... The problem is we have one recon over here and we have no idea what's here. There's no way to find out either. Bogged down over here. But again, it's the old adage, better safe than sorry, comes to mind. So why not send this anti-tank there? We can get our Grenadier right up here on this hill, a desert hill. I see. So we found some tanks there, and now we know. Now we know. Let's see. We can get our auto surrender man up here to help with these tanks, and we'll get our anti-air right in the center here between these two support vehicles, as so. And we can go forward. Maybe we're happy right there. What do we get if we go up here? We'll go up there. Why not do it? And that is the turn. Another recon vehicle. I see. Like our Su-122. That the Su-6 came through there with the lethal and rapid fire. Hopefully they won't be back. Here, on the other hand, it looks as though they're not overly concerned about our anti-air fire. In fact, we've run out of rounds, it would seem. We have, and we're going to be mercilessly bombed. Well, luckily we've survived it. And we need to get this, get our forces back up in the ship shape. We will not move at all. We're just happy right here. Let's see what we can do. We'll roll this recon vehicle there, repair here. Let's repair that. We can roll down this road here, see if we find anything. Cognizant that we'd want to get back. It looks as though, yep, just some conscripts. We're happy. Let's move back. Repair. Where's our, he's right here. Well, why not roll these guys? Why not roll them? I guess we could go here and roll these guys and then provide some air support. That's probably really a better idea. Let's do exactly that. Who are you? Tupolev. Tupolev. I am 3. And a fighter plane. We'll go take this Tupolev there out. I was thinking of returning and engaging these guys again. In the exact same manner that we just did previously. Let's see, where's a Redone unit? He's here. Who are you? 7 points, KV-85. Let's drop the bomb on that guy twice. We'll move up here. Let's de-entrench this T-18. And we will finish this KV-85 like so. Drop the bomb on this guy here. 57 tank and you as well. Like so. I think that's everybody. We'll go over here. Get there. There we have that. And we'll go, well, we'll go right here and right there. And get you here as well. That limits the attack vectors if they wanted to attack this HE-19. They'll have to deal with these guys first. So everybody's happy and there's no moves left. We're good. We're here. And we're not in a hurry. Luckily it's a cloudy day or our units here would have suffered even more losses. These guys, much the same could be said. What happens over here? Doesn't look like much. Desert. Desert 7, I see. There's only one way to deal with this lot here, and that's the old-fashioned way, lightning attack. Panther A tank. Roll forward here. Boom. Okay, so in theory you could make it all the way up there. All we would need to do really is find out what's there. It's a spotting of 3. We could do that. But then we'd be all the way in the hell over here. I see. With no support. The good news is we now know that there are units there and can not really do much of anything about it because our units don't have fast deployment. I see. We're going to head up here. That's where we're going to go because we have a support mechanism that says that's the way it is. We're not going to separate outside of our anti-air range because we have no air support over here, period. So we want to get as close to this lot here as is possible. With our anti-air, we go here. And then we'll move our Tiger 1 support there. Clear, and we should be able to make it on that hill if we want to. Or next to support, say, here. Why I didn't take the city over as I drove by, I don't really know. This unit has no rounds left, unfortunately, so we'll want to get adjacent to this support. We'll get you forward there. And we can taunt the enemy here. Assuming there are no partisans in the area, it seems a reasonable move. Except that we'll be out of air range. And we'll go right here, just because. Next turn. Take that city over. Be thorough. Boom! All our way for what? He rebased in his bunker, and now unfortunately, we did not obliterate these units as I had hoped with my crippling blow, because it's a cloudy day. They have some experience and they're half decent at what they do. So what are we going to do now? I don't know. Note that it's about an hour into the episode, and end it. And I hope to see you in the next one. Let's see what goes on before we do any of that. These guys, we could probably mop this lot up and then finish these guys perhaps, or just send Redone up and pick them off as opportunity arises. We need to move forward. We need to figure out how to do that. And then clear this lot, take that hex, pivot down here, and deal with that. That's going to end the episode. I hope to see you in the next one.